I was in the last episode. Did you see me? I was there for like 30 seconds.
They'll message me and said, there's a toy fair on tomorrow. You want to go to a toy fair?
Do you want to do more gaming stuff?
Yeah, I do.
I get excited. I'm ready to like just put the camera down and go through the stuff.
This is the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
That's a lot of pressure. Let's talk after the camera's off.
Alright, I'll turn the camera off.
Wood is probably the best guy I know.
The Toy Quest.
It never looks like you're actually holding that properly. You're always like...
I'm trying to walk as well. Jamie's like practiced in these arts. I don't give a
So Chris and I had plans for Friday night. We had these big plans. We're gonna go do something. And then Michael, who was in the last episode, messaged us.
Can we just edit that out?
Or messaged me and said, there's a toy fair on tomorrow. You wanna go to a toy fair?
I'm pretty excited. I like toys. I never buy them, but I do like them.
There's a window over there. There's like a box super scope and like boxed GameCube games. Yeah. But the chance of us actually getting them for everyone else is
So we can smash the window.
pretty remote.
Alright, but all tomfoolery aside, we finally get inside. And the what the hell was that? You just imploded. We get inside, and the stall that I saw with the super scope is the first stall to the left, so we didn't have to go far to find this place. But my God.
So it was all 100% Nintendo. There was not a single Sega item, a single Atari item. It was all NES, SNES, 64. There was Game & Watches, but all Nintendo.
Just the way it should be. At every stall ever.
What about the Metroid?
Just the car?
Yeah. 60 on that one. Alright.
I found Metroid, alright? And I got excited because I've been looking for this game for a while, but his price on it was something like 60, 70, 80. It was something really high like that. Do you remember what it was?
I think it was 100 even.
No, it wasn't 100. That'd be stupid, Chris. He was nice. He was like legit just a nice dude. But his prices were far worse than anything we've ever experienced before. Anywhere, ever.
He told us why his prices were so high. It was because he's a collector and he doesn't care if it all comes home with him.
No, this is my personal collection.
Oh really?
Yeah, this is all my stuff that I don't really want to sell. And that's why the prices might be a little bit
Yeah.
like they're up there.
Yeah.
It's because I don't mind end up coming home with me.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I don't sell it.
If you're at a place to sell some stuff, actually sell some stuff. Don't make us excited and then slap us in the face, please.
Even like common games are $60.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He had Metroid for 16. That's like $40 at Game Traders.
Fair enough.
And I thought that was overpriced.
No. Bad reseller. Bad reseller.
Have you sold much this morning?
Yeah.
So at this point, we've lost Michael. He's decided that he has no interest in games whatsoever and he's gone somewhere else. And me and Chris kind of go to find him and also start looking at the other stalls. And we're walking around off to the left, a few stalls down. And we start seeing some games. In fact, the first thing that caught both of our eyes at the same time was a Game Boy player. I don't know about Chris actually. But like I'm heaps looking for one. I used to have one. I had one on release day when it came out, and I loved that damn thing. I played all of my games on that thing growing up, but I'm looking for another one, but they're extremely, extremely rare. And that's not just here. I believe that's in America as well. That's freaking everywhere. These things are hard to find. But we see this thing and we walk towards the table and we're like, oh! And then this guy walks up and he goes, how you going, mate? And I look up and I'm like, yeah, not bad, how are you? And it's Mr. Cheat. God damn it.
We get the hell away from there because it sucks being around him. He just makes us angry and upset.
Bad reseller.
Am I allowed to do this? Am I breaking the law?
Alright, so damn, strike two. Damn, son. The first one was overpriced to hell. The guy was really nice. The second one, overpriced to hell. But you know what? We're not here to find games, so just the fact that we found these two stalls is just a story to tell, so screw it. Let's go back and look for toys, because that's why we're here. Let's find Michael and look for some goddamn toys.
Fantastic. It's the best YouTube video I've ever seen.
Just the one video?
That's not entirely true, but yeah, just the one. I mean,
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen 2 videos.
Oh, okay.
That was in the top 2.
But we got recognized. Some guy from Melbourne was like, yeah, no, you two are the Game Quest and the guy with the long hair and the other guy with the long hair.
But you recognized me from 2 videos. That's
I did
pretty cool.
recognise both of you guys, yeah.
Thank you.
Internet's famous.
I spot a 1966 Ideal Batman play helmet, which most people don't really know is kind of hard to find down here. I've never actually seen one before besides on the net. I'm not looking where.
Come on, chuck it on.
And he's like, is that helmet repainted? Classic nerd thing, don't worry about it. And the guy's like, nah, it's not, mate. And so they pulls it down this helmet and Michael's looking at it. He's like, oh, it's the helmet from 1966.
Please wear it.
It won't fit my head.
Yes, it will.
I'm putting it on.
Put it on.
I'm Batman.
At least buy it.
And told him I need some help. I need you to haggle this down for me. And like a true champion, strutted his stuff right over to the stand. I've been looking for one of these for a while.
Nerds. Nerds!
I'll give you a 50 for it.
250s. Yeah, that's right. I'll do that. 250s.
Do 100?
I'll do 100. Here we go, purchase vintage memorabilia.
Would you do 90?
That's a lot of pressure. Well, let's talk after the camera's off.
Alright, I'll turn the camera off.
Yeah, I think I did do that actually. I think I said, would you take 100? And then he said, yeah, I think. And then I said, would you do 90? And then he got really awkward and he didn't like the camera being on anymore, so I switched it off. But to his credit, he did 90. Like the second the camera turned off, he didn't want to say it on camera for whatever reason, but screw it, here it is. He did 90.
Oh, I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, it's only new. It's only
Oh, right.
about a month old.
I'll have to check that out.
There was a lot of Star Wars stuff there.
One stall that was like the length of a pavilion and it was just full of friggin' Star Wars. We walked around, we bought a Batman helmet, we saw some overpriced games, and it's probably been about 45 minutes and we're done. I'm done. This guy's done, that guy's done, we're all done. We're ready to head off. And we're walking out of the door. And Chris caught something that I missed.
I saw a boxed Super Mario Kart. I don't know how we missed this before. I swear we'd walked around this place 5 times already. And it was just there, and it had $45 on it, and compared to everything else in this place, that was a very reasonable price. The box was in good condition, apart from the rip on the front. But, hell, we can give it a shot. Wood's good at haggling, I showed him, and he's interested, so he gives it a shot.
Wood's great at haggling.
Probably the most reasonably priced game here.
What?
Mario Kart.
It was pretty good, actually.
Now, being the haggler that I am, I asked the guy if he'd take 30 for it. A bit phlegmy when I said that. 30 for it. And he's like, I do 35? And that's a good deal, that is a good deal. But as you guys all know, I am a cheapskate and I am saving for America. Saving for America, it's not going very well. And he's like, I'll ask my buddy. I'll ask my mate.
Oh, nah, it's okay.
And he asks him and he said, I could do 38, not knowing the other guy said 35. So it's going all round, and I'm like, screw it, you know what, it's 30 or it's nothing. And they didn't want to do 30, so I went to walk away. And apparently this guy has been waiting all day for someone to offer him $30 for Super Mario Kart and then decline it and then try walking away. Because at this point, he decides to tell us that he's got more games.
What's wrong?
Yeah, okay, that's fine. No worries.
Do you want to do a bit more gaming stuff?
Yeah, I do.
Alright. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I love this kind of shit.
Have a dig.
Pulls out a massive tub full of stuff. I'm like, why is this not on display? This is what we're after. Pops off the lid, and
I've always liked the word pop off.
pops off.
Pops off.
Pops off. He did a flop.
Pop off.
Man, he popped up on me.
He fluffed on me.
Can I continue, or is it just toilet humor that's gonna fill out this episode? I get excited. I'm ready to like just put the camera down and go through the stuff, and his like Wood just straight away says, "I'm not gonna buy anything you want. Just film." And I'm like, all right.
Sorry,
Is this everything?
I want to look.
Chris, I won't buy anything that you want, just because.
At this point, I'm excited for Chris because this stuff could be cheap. I actually don't like Atari that much, but Chris just became an avid Atari collector apparently, thanks to Tyler. And so Chris's eyes light up, and I'm like, well, this is cool. This is the kind of thing that you'd want to get on a Game Quest episode, really, is a guy pulling out some games that he, for some friggin' reason, hasn't got on display. For some reason, isn't selling them right now and hasn't priced them up. good for Chris. I'm happy for Chris.
But Wood's not interested in Atari, so I'm like, today is my day. I'm actually going to walk away with better stuff than Wood for once.
Then he pulls out another tub, pops those locks off, opens it.
Yeah, that's better.
Cool.
Alright, thank you.
No worries, dude.
I won't steal anything.
And it's full of Super Nintendo stuff.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How are
Chris.
you? Chris?
That's me.
Cool. You doing some photography today, cruising around?
We have a show called Game Quest.
Oh, it's...
That's okay. What are your prices on these things? You just want
Make it up, man.
Alright.
Put together a pile of stuff and
Alright.
look after me, right?
Okay, I really hope that that's under like 20.
Yeah.
Doubt it.
So this tub of Super Nintendo stuff, I'm losing my friggin' mind. My hands are doing this thing where I'm shaking.
Do you want that?
Which one?
Like that?
Yeah, I do actually.
Dude, this was friggin' awesome. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
So Michael offers to grab the camera, which was awesome because it meant I could go through the stuff and be a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, well you start looking. You do your thing.
I had that box of Atari stuff in my hands. I got to it first. I was the one looking through those games first. And then when that SNES box opened up, I didn't care anymore. I didn't care about the Atari stuff anymore. I was done. I don't like Atari. I didn't want anything from that damn Atari box.
Stop hogging all the good Atari stuff. Oh wait, there is no good Atari stuff.
It's kind of off-putting. There was a lot of people standing around looking at what we were doing and trying to get a sneak of what was going on, and there just happened to be someone else behind who I think wanted to have a look as well, but Wood and Chris wouldn't have any of it. As far as they were concerned, everything in those boxes was pretty much theirs.
So I also grabbed out 2 games from Spectravision or Spectra Video. One of them was Planet Patrol. Turns out I already had that game, it was a double. I bought so much stuff from Tyler that I don't even know what I have anymore.
Just then?
Pull out Dig Dug. But the other one, I hadn't really heard of. I've only recently gotten into collecting the Atari stuff, and it was Bumper Bash.
Do you want that? Do you... There's a wood grain Atari and there's a black Atari. I'm getting really excited, but we don't know what his price is.
This is why we do this. This is exactly why we friggin' do this. And good God if I'm not good at it. I'm sorry, but I get deals, I find bargains, I find games. I friggin' do this. This is why I have a show. This is why I have this show in friggin' Adelaide, Australia, and everyone else complains they can't find stuff in Adelaide. It's because I find all of it. I'm a friggin' gaming god, and I'm not up myself.
So what's the good find?
Huh?
What's the good find?
Probably Metroid, Postal, SNES, all of it.
I'm so much better than you, nipple!
All the consoles have cords and controllers and stuff, so I got the paddle controllers for the Atari 2600, there was 2 joysticks there, and it's just looking really good. It's just such an amazing find for us. A box of Atari stuff, a box of SNES stuff.
We had a decent stack here, and the guy comes around the corner and he says to us, "Oh, you got everything you want?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think so." And he says, "Oh, you're interested in Super Nintendo?" That's not how he sounded at all.
Yeah. What do you got there, man? Tetris and Metroid, one of my very favourites.
It's a good game.
Star Wing, not so hot, love it.
I don't like Star Wing.
I got a box console here, did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Do you want that as well?
A box what?
A box, one of these, I think.
No, I didn't see that. That's probably going to be expensive.
So the guy goes around the corner to pick up the box SNES. Wood and I sort of look at each other and we're trying to think about prices and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely interested. What price did you have on it? 85. Right.
Super Nintendos go for boxed at least 150 average. I looked on Gumtree when I looked on eBay when I got home, and there was some selling for over 200. It's only about 45 to an hour after the thing started. But for this thing to last an hour, he must have had this off somewhere else as well, because we didn't see it.
Okay.
Let's have a look at everything. So, look, what do you want to offer? Do you have an idea?
I actually was going to throw...
I don't want to lowball this guy because he seems like a genuine nice dude, and there is some good stuff here, so I don't want to upset him. But at the same time, I am the hagglester.
I was going to throw 150 at you to begin with.
Yeah.
And then you threw that in. So was you like... You tell me, if I said 200, starting what, 200?
Yeah.
What are you feeling?
Okay. Well, you got there. It's got sharp corners, it's cutting my eyes off. I need these to see, man. I need them. No one instruction books, got all the controllers with 2 consoles. Dude, and you're saying what? 200? I was thinking 150. 275, man. And you can take it
How much money do we all have on us right now?
He does the lowball with 150 at first, which is ridiculously low, I know, but in the end we paid 275, which I'm still very happy with because it's 3 consoles that I really want, and Wood's got a box SNES and Super Metroid.
So I come up in my mind with a price that is both stingy and not lowballing. And for all their stuff, I ask him, would you do 200? Was it 200? I said 200 first.
You asked 150 first, but that was because...
Oh, I lowballed him.
Yeah.
Alright, throw that in, 275?
Yeah, man. Earlier. You know Metroid as well. I never finished it.
I gave mine away, I finally have it back.
I got stuck for years and I was going to put it back in on my save game and I was kicking stuck and I was
It's a hard game.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you, buddy.
No worries, man.
We'll talk soon.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Alright.
That was crazy. That we walked out. He gave us the tub. This guy was so friggin' nice. I need to add that in one more time. He gives us the tub, and I'm walking out with this tub, and it's got a Super Nintendo. It's got 2 Super Nintendos in there, 2 Ataris, a bunch of games. We're walking out. The controllers are like hanging out over the side of the box, and all these nerds as we're walking out in the line are like, "Oh, you see this guy? They're getting excited and jealous because they think we found all this good stuff, and they want to get in there and find the games. Little do they know, once they walk in, they're going to find as much as we did. We just happened to find this freaking gold mine underneath the table.
I'm too excited, man. Wood opens up the box SNES and it has all the original plastic in it. It's not just the box and the console. Everything is in its original plastic. There's even the receipt.
Oh, it's even got the original receipt. Wait, is it original? It says Maya.
Maya Adelaide.
I guess it's original.
Where's the date?
95. This was bought in 1995.
For $169.
So this whole time I didn't give a crap about what Chris got. I didn't look at what Chris got. I just knew he had a few Atari games. I bundled them up. They're Atari games. They're worth like $1 each, 50 cents each. They're giveaways. I don't give a crap. Yeah. We go home. I finish editing the episode, and then I asked Chris for the list of games that he got.
So I actually had to go through my games and work out, alright, what didn't I have before? And I let him know Bumper Bash, and yeah, he didn't honestly believe me.
Stop holding all the good Atari stuff. Oh wait, there is no good Atari stuff.
Bumper Bash is one of the rarest Atari games. It's in, I think, about the top 50 rarest games. It can range between like $100 to $150, something like that. It's a rare friggin' game, and I kind of feel like we stole it.
So this is probably the rarest game in my collection, and it's going to be my biggest find for a long time. And I didn't even know what I had when I had it.
This was friggin' tailor-made for us. Reason being, Chris has recently got into collecting Atari. I've recently gone to collecting Super Nintendo to find these two boxes that pretty much just were labeled Wood and Chris.
It doesn't look like much to you, but it means a lot to me. Thanks. I'd like to thank Chris and Wood for letting me come for the day. And for letting me go with them.
Wood is probably the best guy I know. He is the epitome of all humans. Like, I can't think of someone I know or have even seen in movies or on TV that could possibly equal Wood's awesomeness, let alone beat it. I mean, it doesn't seem possible that there ever has been or ever will be a person better than Wood. Is that good enough?
That's all. Bye.